Hey guys, welcome to Fishing Tackle channel. I wanted to share with you guys fluorocarbon line specific brand Seaguar. So they have many different types of fluorocarbon line. They're well known, right? And they're considered one of the most respectable companies out there. And that's based on my own experience too, because I've tried all different types of fluorocarbon. And one of the biggest issue I had specifically for saltwater is the line fraying, right? It was coming apart. I was losing fish. It was snapping. Um, I don't know. Maybe I was getting, or I've been buying the cheap version. But as soon as I switched to Seaguar, I didn't have any problems with it. So here are different types of the lines that they have. So I've kind of ordered it from the lowest or the cheapest to the high end right here. So this one, Red Label, is pretty much the most affordable line that they sell. It's not too much. 25 pound will cost you about 10 bucks. You shouldn't be paying $15, $20. It should be around somewhere in $10 or below. And these could be used not only for saltwater, but also for freshwater. So again, these are all for saltwater. There's 3, 4 high-end ones, more expensive ones that are used for casting, smoother casting, and they're mainly for freshwater, bass fishing, and so forth. So if you don't have a lot of money, you don't want to spend too much on fluorocarbon, this is the way to go, the cheapest brand, but still a very good quality. Next one is the pink label. So if you open it, it's actually a pink line. And what it's supposed to do is once it goes into the water, it's supposed to be invisible. So that's the feature you have. The details, the marketing here is for better visibility. So above the water, when you're casting, the line has better visibility, but once it's in the water, it should be completely invisible. This one, even though it's a red label, it doesn't mean too much. I think the pink label is the only one that actually matches up with the color of the line. The red label is just regular line. And then we get to the blue label. I think this blue label is what most people are familiar with. Most tackle shops carry these. They'll carry the cheaper one of the cheaper version, but blue label is what most people know because it is the original fluorocarbon that they've been selling. Their mainstream line. Yeah, it's a clear line. It's supposed to have incredible abrasion resistance and impact strength, but they're all good. It's just extra, I guess, marketing selling points. And then from here on, I would say the difference between the red label up to the inshore line or fluoro premier is about give and take $5 to $8 difference. Between these would be about only $2 to $3. So this one, only differences between this and other lines are that the diameter is much smaller. So you're getting a thinner line. So whether you need, for instance, specifically for me, I don't know how having a thinner diameter, thinner line would matter to you, but I have very ultra sensitive rods like this, right? So I could get so much line through here, the eyes of these ultra sensitive light tackle rods. So if it's too thick, I would have to bring it down to 10 pounds or something like that. This would work, but if I have 20 pounds or above, it might get too thick. Once I have fluorocarbon tied with my braid, sometimes it doesn't go through. It gets stuck in one of these holes up here. So for me, I do have to, if I'm using a light tackle like this, I would need to use something like this, fluorocarbon with a smaller diameter. So let me show you the difference between the smaller diameter. These are both 25 pounds, but if you pull it out, here, you can't really tell a huge difference from the look of it right here. But when I touch it, it's definitely much thinner. Let me see. I don't know if this would help right here. But just touching it, you can't tell based on visibility, but 20 pounds, this one is much thinner. When I'm filling it right here, I could tell it's much thinner and smoother. So that's what you're paying for. Not too much. It's just for a couple bucks that you're paying. And then next one is no different. I think this one is specifically for inshore, meaning, you know, maybe I don't really see the difference. I think they're pretty much the same. I don't know why the price is a little bit higher. It's probably because this is a new technology. Of course, you need research and development to come up with higher end or new type of line. But if you guys know what the difference is, really, I think this is catered specifically for inshore, whether it's casting or whether the strength of the line, maybe for abrasion, because if you're fishing inshore, there might be more rocks, who knows. But there's no huge difference. I think maybe $2-3 difference. But the line wise, it is almost the same as Blue Label. And then lastly, the premium label here for saltwater. Again, there are other freshwater lines that are more expensive, but for saltwater, this is probably the most expensive one. This line is the selling point for this is it's our thinnest leader for stealthier presentation. So it's almost like combining all of these guys together in one. The technology of all of them into one. So that's what it is. There's a huge jump in the price here. Something you guys have to consider. Some of them they sell only 50 yards. Others are 100 yards, and there's that difference. So make sure to check specifically how many yards you're buying. But this is much more expensive, almost like twice as what I would pay for this. So for like, I don't know, like $13 to $14, $15 that you pay for this, you're paying the double amount, about $30 for this or more, depending on where you're buying it. So that's something to look for. Again, for when I'm going light tackle, like talk fishing, where I want the line to be almost invisible, at the same time very sensitive enough that I could feel the fish nibbling, I would definitely go with these. Otherwise, I mean, you could definitely go with the red label. Pink label is also good. I always carry a blue label around, but those are my recommendation. One of the reason I went solely with these brand, the Seaguar, is I used to have other brands, you know, Casting, as well as many different generic brands that you could buy, including, I think most people use Berkeley Vanish. You'll be surprised the difference in this. I've had, when I'm tying this to the braid and I'm pulling, and sometimes it just snaps. That's how bad it is. Again, initially I thought maybe I got ripped off. Maybe I bought something that is too old. Maybe because I didn't rinse it out after using salt water, but definitely not the case, because once I switched over to Seaguar, I didn't have any of those issues. Same condition in salt water, same ways I've washed it down with fresh water, warm water after my fishing trip, but definitely I've had this issue. Again, this one says 70 pound versus 25 pound, but the one the 25, 30 pounds that I've had, even 40 pounds, I've had these just snap on me. And not just snap on me, but you could, like, on many occasions, I had to cut this off in the middle of my fishing because I could see the fraying. That's how easily it frays. I mean, same condition with the Seaguar. I wasn't getting that. I've never had any fraying with these lines. So there were some quality issues. Again, you know, this could be a hot topic for some of you guys that really trust in Berkeley. But if you want to really keep the fish and not risk losing it, I would say go with Seaguar. If you guys, I mean, I have plenty of these that I don't use anymore. I might use it if I run out and if I need something, but I'm done with Berkeley Vanish. They have a serious quality control, so I would not recommend it. If you guys enjoyed this video and this was helpful for you, leave a comment if you which fluorocarbons you guys use and whether or not if you've had similar experience with Berkeley. Talk to you guys later.